to this special episode that we'll be doing. I'm with Cassandra.
Hi.
Cassandra, you're no longer Cassandra in the movie, you're Cassandra?
Ntabane.
Exactly, girl got married. Okay, alright. So in this episode, we'll be speaking about what it's like to be a real estate agent, the struggles we've been through, and like just in general, what it's like on a day-to-day basis to be a real estate agent, to deal with the drama. No day is the same. It's something new always, right?
For me, it's one thing I've learned about real estate is that it's a very seasonal it's a very seasonal career. It's not a job, it's a career. Because you build on it as time goes on. The more you're in it, the more you have
you
clients.
get the fruits, you get referrals. It's very difficult in the beginning because nobody knows you, and it's so difficult to sell yourself when you're not confident and you don't know what you're talking about, basically. So once you get used to it, you get referrals. People will tell you that people are selling houses, their neighbors, and you don't even have to do the cold calling anymore sometimes. So
Which sucks. Cold calling is not for me. Will never be for me. Like in my office, the office that I work with right now, they've tried to show me that no, cold calling is the only way. It's not for me. I'd rather do anything else than cold calling. I'd rather go to the street and speak to people and tell them, hi guys, I sell houses, than call them and say, hey, I sell houses. But that's just how I am, because there's other people who call and they actually
and they're successful. Those people who call every day, and it's a lot, because one person will be rude to you and then you just wanna stop for the rest of the week.
So as you guys can see, today we just want to talk about our journey, and then we'll take it from there. We just want to share our journey with you guys, and if you've got questions, you can just
feel free to ask us in the comment section, or you can go to our Instagram pages. We'll leave Cassandra's Instagram, what do they call these handles?
Yes.
Handle down here, and we'll also leave mine, so you can also send us inboxes on Instagram.
Okay.
So without wasting time, let's get into it. What I want to ask Cassandra is, when did you start? Because I know you started long before me.
Not that long.
When did you start in real estate?
So my journey, for the way, you know what, I always say to people, this career chose me, I didn't choose it. I had no idea that I could actually love this, There was a lady I used to go to church with. She was my cell leader, so she's in real estate. And then I was still upgrading my matric, so she was like to me, Cassandra, don't you want to help me with calling people and following up with my clients, because I have so much work. And then I was like, yeah, why not? Let's just try it out. And we tried it. And then after 2 months or so, she comes to me and says, you know what, my company is looking for people who can work in a development, but do you know anyone? Guess what I said? I was like, oh no, I'll try to share with my friends. I'll tell my friend, I'll spread the word. And I'll find someone. And then she's like, no, why don't you try it out, because you're starting online? And I was like, me? Hi, okay. Then I went there. Oh, the lady who interviewed me, oh my God, I love her so much. We'll always love her. May her soul rest in peace, Sarah. Sarah. Yeah. So she loved me immediately. She said, you can start on Monday, and the rest is history. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you worked in a different department compared to me, where I started in real sales. What is it like in development? If you can explain to our viewers what is it like in development? You get a salary, because most people are interested in the man. The man. So
everybody wants to know.
Exactly. So if you can explain what it's like working in development. I know all companies are not the same, so it might be different. So she was with Harcourts. We miss her. We want her to come back.
I might.
We miss her.
I might.
So if you can explain what it was like working for developments in Harcourts, and what was the salary like, and would you advise anybody to do it?
Firstly, I think it's because I had wonderful bosses. That's why I enjoyed the job. So there is pressure because you need to make sure that at least in 3 months you have 2 or 4, offers on the table. So obviously you have a salary to sustain you monthly so that you can go to the development. You literally work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You go to the show house at 9 o'clock and then knock off at 4 or 5. And just wait for people to come. So people come to you. You don't go to people.
Development sell themselves.
I was so spoiled. That's why when I started resales, I struggled.
Yeah, because in developments is nice. People just walk there and they bring themselves. You don't have to do the cold calling and
they really know what they like.
And it's new, so it's not as stressful as resales.
Yeah.
So what's it like now in resales?
Resales, the struggle, bruh. The resales,
struggle is
it's like, I feel like I'm literally calling someone and saying, hi, can I please sell your house?
I'm begging you.
And I'm from, hey, I have all the houses, come to me. So
take it or leave it.
It was a very difficult transition for me, like to transition from that to, yeah.
Wow.
But when Anandi, let's talk about how we met.
Yes, let's talk about how we met. So when I started at Harcourts back in 2019 September, Cassandra was at Harcourts. That's what I'm saying, she started long before me. So she was at Harcourts and that's how we met each other and that's how we became friends. Until today, we're still here, as you can see. And she's just a breath of fresh air. She is she is a bubbly. Sometimes she's not my cup of tea because she's blunt like that. And my husband said that, and it's like, probably Cassandra's not your cup of tea because she's blunt. And my husband's like, he's like,
straight to the point.
I sugarcoat things. So
she's the sweetest.
She's
you see,
blunt.
Nandi is the sweetest person. And I'm like, Nandi, sometimes you want to shake her. I'm like, Nandi, your voice is...
So exactly. But I love her to bits. I love her too.
So just for reference, I started in late 2017. Yes. So it's been a journey.
And then when did you leave Harcourts? Was it last year?
2020 or 2019. Yeah. I decided it's time for me to grow now.
No, you left in 2020, ne?
Yes, 2020.
Yeah, because you were there for a while.
Then COVID hit. So I didn't work.
You were at Harcourts with COVID. No, you were.
Okay, I'm not
when
sure.
When I was pregnant, you were at Harcourts. Yeah, we were there for my baby shower.
Okay, wait.
You left last year.
Wait. Then that means I left Harcourts maybe early 2021.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the rest of the year I didn't work. I literally started working this year, like being on.
She went to ERA.
ERA in Centurion.
Yeah, so if you're looking for anybody
around Centurion, around Midrand, you need someone to sell your house or you want to
rent it out,
call me.
She's your girl. What is it like now in real estate? And what I wanted to ask you is, what was your worst experience in resales or since you've started being a real estate agent?
Oh, okay.
Has anything ever made you cry? Have you cry every other day?
We cry every day, you're right. There's this like recent incident I'm dealing with. I hope he doesn't say this.
Okay. No, stop. What happened? Is he angry? Watch YouTube? What do you think he watches YouTube? Stop. Anyway, we're small. I'm sure they won't find us.
No, who's gonna watch this? Nobody. So it's a tenant, obviously, and I decided to talk to him directly every time when I have a viewing.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to arrange with him that, hey, there's a client that wants to view today. What time are you available?
Yeah.
He's like, what time do you want the client to come? What time does the client want to come? I'm like, no, but I'm asking you what time so that I can tell the client that this time is convenient.
Yeah.
The guy's like, no, you know what? This thing is he loses it. And I'm like, I'm literally, this makes sense. You need to tell me, okay, I'm available at this time.
And
you can bring
it.
Yes, I can't tell the client
what time, and then he tells he's unavailable.
Then I go back to the client again, and that literally happened because when we had a fight, I was like, you know what, let's just deal with the owner.
Yeah.
Same thing happened. The owner asks him, and then he does the same thing, and then my client says, okay, I want to view it at 5:30. He comes and says, no.
5:30. Wow, that is
He
the
says
worst.
6.
Seriously.
So I cried. I dropped the phone. What is
Seriously?
this? Yes.
Yo.
But in development,
You don't have.
in development, the worst one was this client came.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about yours.
Wow, is it that bad?
It is that bad.
So what happened with me is that I had a seller.
Mm-hmm.
This was this my first sale? No, it wasn't my first sale, but it was in the same complex as my first sale, where me and this other guy were marketing a house, and then I brought a client to the property. They viewed, they were happy, they wanted to sign an offer, but because the other agent was white and the seller was white, they didn't want to sign my offer, and they wanted that the purchaser to go and view with the white guy. And it was so bad that we got, as she said, the late Sarah involved, and she handled it like a pro. Yeah. And I let her do the rest because I was in tears, I think, for a week. My husband, he always reminds me of
you cry. Like you cry, but when the matter is resolved, you like,
look back at it and
you're like, wow, what an experience.
Yeah, so it was so terrible. It was so terrible. It was so bad. And, okay, let's talk about money. What was your highest commission? Okay, should we talk about the split or should we talk about just the commission in general before the split?
Let's just talk about the highest ever. Okay, let's talk about the split.
Okay, how much did you get from your highest commission?
70,000.
Yo! Wow! That's a lot.
That was my highest I've ever gotten. I'm planning to get 100. To me.
Yeah, no.
That's my end goal, to get 100 to me. But my highest is 70.
So after the split, you got 70.
70. Yo. It was 70 something. So I'm just saying 70 because
let's downplay it. Let's downplay it. Let's be modest.
Let's not act like we rich, because the next thing you're gonna think, hey,
So the highest I got was this year. It was 67. It was 67.
So sorry,
okay.
The thing about real estate is when the money comes.
It comes.
You feel like, hi man, I can get another one next month. Only then you take 3 months.
What my thing is, every time I get like commission, I slow down. I don't prospect as much. I'm like,
I just send it to my husband. That's what I do. Because
that's smart.
I send it to my husband and then he splits it nicely. And then I say, give me mine.
Give me the
one that's for me. Because Nashem,
you will obliterate it. No, that's what I do. Nobody, I like slack down. The cold calling slows down. If I was cold calling, the show houses, road shows.
Stop working. I get it. You feel like you have money.
And then when it's getting low, I'm like, hey, Muhammad.
I'm running out of money. When you start using your savings now,
exactly,
you can't even buy eyelashes anymore or lip gloss. Then you're like, I need to work. Petrol.
And then I was like, okay, what we do now? Do a cold call, roadshow nyana.
You start calling all clients. Hey,
what's happening? Why are you quiet?
You just call everybody on your contact list just to check on them.
This year I've stopped a little. I've realized that no, this is not working. I can't get money and then go party and then come back.
I think we've matured. It's because it was it's one of those things when you get your first salary.
Yeah,
you will get excited. You human.
Exactly. And for most of us, it's like the most money we've ever made. Like
for me it was.
You quit your job. I was an au pair. I was getting like 5K, and then all of a sudden you have like 30, 40K, and you're like, oh, what? You're living.
Baby, maybe let's go to a vacation. And then my husband was like, baby, I said, there's no balance.
Exactly.
We
split into a couple of months.
Yo.
And what's your highlights in real estate?
My highlight is,
I know it can't be one.
I'm just gonna
lead
like the one. So the there's a property I sold. The one I got the 70%, the 70,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
How, of course, it's a highlight. How can it not be?
So it was sold. Then the same kind of house was in the same market as it last year when I was selling that house.
Yeah.
Ne? That house was higher than the one my listing.
Yeah.
Ne? So obviously I used that one as a bait.
Yeah.
As a bait to make sure mine go. So it went within 2 weeks.
Wow, go girl.
Within 2 weeks it was gone.
Yeah.
So now this year I was doing a show house, the same estate.
Yeah.
The lady's like, hey, you still
the one
in?
whose house was
Yes.
higher. Yeah.
Yes, she because the house is still not sold because it was high. Yeah. So she's like, yo, you still in real estate? I'm like, yes, I am. I just changed companies.
Yeah.
And then I gave her my business. Okay, 2 days, 3 days, she doesn't come back. Yo, hi Shem. She's not calling. And then one day I'm sitting after a week or so. She's like, hey, I was trying to make sure the house is painted nicely.
Oh wow.
Come and list it.
Awesome.
And then when I list it, guess what I find out? Yes, just
what? Tell me.
The same house I sold is on the market with lower.
No. What?
With a lower, the low, because that one is just literally trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, because she just recently bought it. I mean, like, what?
Yes, with the lowest ever. And then now I price mine like proper.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm like, you know what, let's just pray that they sell. If they sell, they're definitely selling yours. And then literally after 2 weeks, it was sold.
Wow, because obviously.
So now I'm left with her, so I'm like,
well done.
So that's my highlight. Plus, it's a soul-minded, meaning I can only sell it.
Hello.
Nobody.
That's
I'm
how we
securing
the bag.
Yeah, so what's yours?
My highlight was selling. How many houses did I sell in their complex? I think it's about 4.
Wait, guys, one thing about this one, she's a hard worker. Like, if you're a hater, you'll be jealous and everything.
Wow.
But if you're not, you'll be like, damn, girl. No, she is a hard worker.
Thank you.
Yo, Nana.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's why I'm sitting here with her.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's go to your highlights.
So my highlight is selling, I think it's 4 properties now in the same complex where I sold my first listing. And it's so funny because I sell a property in the complex every year. I sold 2 already this year in that complex.
Sure, we shouldn't say.
So the neighbors have my numbers. The neighbors have my numbers.
They
so
didn't pay us.
Exactly. So the neighbors have my numbers and they call. They know who to call when they want to sell.
Sure.
And it's nice because I'll know the entire complex soon and then
no, that's definitely a highlight.
Exactly.
So you see, as time goes on, you don't work hard.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
everybody in the complex knows
every client that you have, you need to make sure you treat them like an egg.
Exactly.
Because
so
you don't know who they know.
Yeah, feedback is important. You know, it's so sad when you sign an offer and then obviously the office takes over it. They send the clients emails and then you just keep quiet. You're just waiting for the commission check. No, and that's what some people do. They just sign the OTP. The office admin sends the copies and everything and the attorneys. And this person is sitting there like, what's going on? Where's the agent? You know? So it's nice when you're giving them feedback, even though the office
talk to them, even share a joke with them sometimes.
Exactly. While
you their WhatsApp status. Say, oh wow, or happy birthday to their kid. Like, always be in their life until you get the check.
ABC, always be prospecting, always be closing. Exactly.
I like that.
So and do you see yourself doing anything else?
I don't.
You don't see yourself doing anything
else? This is my calling.
We do this for life.
My calling. As much as it stresses me, I cry most of the time.
Yeah.
I feel like quitting
a lot of the time.
Every week, I feel like I feel like
here?
telling my boss all the time, like, you know what, since the listings are not good, let me just quit.
Exactly.
But then something says, yay, you were born for this.
Exactly.
I remember the clients that I've worked with and they've told me, Cassandra, you're called for this. There's people that literally bought those houses because it was you, not because the house was nice. So every time when I feel discouraged, I always remember those, nice words, because it's nice to give us
yourself, and you need to be motivated in this career, because if you're not motivated, you won't do anything, because it's a business. You're doing it for yourself. Nobody's going to call you and say, hey, you must do this, you must cold call, you must do it for yourself, because at the end of the day, if you're not doing it, you're not getting paid. See?
No money. No
Exactly.
happiness. You know, like
No checks, no 70,000, you know? So
no four houses sold.
so you must work hard to be successful, you know, and we must make as much commission as possible. We must make 100,000 after the split, you know.
You know, that's
Exactly.
literally it was my goal this year. But yeah, I got disturbed because I got married and then I got comfortable being a wife and everything.
So nice.
You know, being a wife, you know. Yeah, but I'm back now and I'm like, Cass, you had a goal and your goal was to get 100,000, like you know, 100,000 even.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it mustn't always be all about the money. You must be passionate about people. Like she's saying, you must love people. You must be willing to work with people, because if your end goal is money all the time, you'll be disappointed.
Yes.
Because it comes after 3 months. So 3 months you must be dealing with people. So you must love people, be passionate about them, communicate.
You must love this.
Yeah.
You must love the job. You
It's
must
not
really
for
love
everyone.
it. It's not for
It's
everyone.
not for everyone.
It will never. Literally, you can have new agents every month, and then they won't last even 3 months.
Exactly.
Because
How
they
many
don't
people
realize
have we met coming into not even just Harcourt? I'm sure also an area you've had people come and go because it's not for them.
It's not.
They
for
realize
them.
it's nice when we're there on Instagram, sold board, client, wine. It's nice,
It's very
but
nice.
to get there, it's difficult.
It's
Blood,
very-
sweat, and tears.
Yeah. So you have to love it. You need to be like a hard worker,
Yeah.
and also what else? What else can I say?
You
You
be
need to have
motivated.
support system, a support system, like a strong support system. That's one thing people take for granted. Like you need to have a support system that if things are not going okay, there's people you talk to, there's people who support you financially.
Exactly.
So-
especially in the beginning, because for the first 6 months you won't know anybody, and that's what she's saying is very important, because financially you're going to need someone to take care of you while you're waiting to make a sale. And once you make the sale, obviously 3 months is another period you have to wait before you get your money.
Yeah, if you're someone who's just leaving the corporate world, you can just save up like 6 months worth of pay and then start real estate. Then you can survive. But if you just start there and thinking, hi, it's not gonna
You're
happen.
wrong.
You're so wrong. So support system, make sure your mental health is in check.
Exactly.
Because
you'll be dealing with people every
it is a bit
day.
depressing because you deal with people who are also dealing with a lot. So yeah, because there's a client who actually called me back some other time and said, "Yo, Cassandra, I'm so sorry of the way I spoke to you." You know, and I was like, I didn't even realize, because I'm like almost immune to it. Like I know that they are human, and they must also know that I'm also human. I'm not always going to be, "Hi, it's your number one property." No, sometimes Lina, I will lose it. Yeah,
Exactly.
so don't be hard on yourself.
No, don't. And for some people, you might sell a property within 1 month, yes, but 6 months just to be safe. You might sell it in 1 month, but you still have to wait for 3 months. So save up, and if you're ready to do it, just join.
Okay, so just before we wrap it up, let's just explain a little bit about the split. The split within the company when you sell the house or you refer and things like that. And then I think that's a bit of information that you can maybe use.
Oh yeah. Okay, so obviously when you sell the property, let's say for example, I'm just going to give you an example. You're selling a property for $1 million. The split is I don't know why I'm explaining, because my math is like terrible.
It's okay, they will get it. So
you're selling a property for $1 million. You will calculate how much is 7% on $1 million. So all that, let's say for example it's 100,000. I don't know if this is my husband is gonna laugh at this. So 7%, let's say your commission is 100,000, and then you split with the company. Maybe it's a 50-50 split, 60-40 or whatever, 80-20. So obviously you'll split with the company, but obviously there's another split, right, when another agent maybe sells the property. So I don't know how it works with you guys. So with us, if another agent either from another company or within the company sells, let's just say for example it's Cassandra. I have a listing, Cassandra brings a buyer. From that 100,000, they will first give Cassandra her 20%, and then me and the company will split what's left. So that's how it works with us. How does it work with you guys?
Yeah, it works the same. It works the same.
Yeah.
But then when it's within, it's
Yeah.
funny because today at the office we're actually arguing about that. Like,
Yeah.
if I have a listing and you bring a buyer, what's the split there?
Yeah.
And then some
So
said
it's your listing.
it's my
and then
listing
I
and
bring the
the
buyer.
And then I was like, shouldn't it depend on what mandate you have? You have a sole or open mandate.
Yeah.
I think they should be. It should
Maybe
be,
it should
yes,
depend on what
we
kind
should
of
differentiate them
mandate
according to that.
you have.
But then someone said, Oxalayo, I have the listing.
Yeah.
And then
At
the
the
other
end
one
of the
says, I
day-
have the buyer.
But then at the end of the day, this buyer can just come to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think? You think the one with the buyer should get how much?
Well, I think 20% is fair.
It's
Because
fair.
some of them, I remember a lot of agents will call me and say they want 50%. 50% is a lot.
Yeah, 20% is a lot.
Can
I
translate.
literally, I've never done a referral. I did a referral to the Boxburg office. You know, when they said 20%, I was literally expecting maybe 5,000.
Yeah.
And when my boss called me, and when I was calling my boss, I'm like, hi, bo, ipimali. And it's like, yeah, Cassie, Lamali is 16. I'm like,
That's a lot.
16? You know why I got excited? Because I didn't really work.
Yo,
But I
sounds
did
like-
help the agent because now I did the price counseling on
On
their
the listing.
behalf because because I had a relationship with the seller for some reason. Yeah, so some of us, we have our guests, we just get along with people.
You know?
So, you know, I was expecting 5,000 and then when it got, I'm like,
And 20% sounds like very little, but
It
you're
does,
thinking,
but it's not.
5,000 rand.
so
but then-
Mutanya get 50%
Yo,
for just coming with the buyer.
imagine. No, some say 50%, but I think 20% is fair.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, I have the listing. Your buyer can come to me. Isn't there nothing worse than someone referring a buyer to you? Like, I want to swear, you know, it's so nice when someone sends a listing
Mhm.
because then you know I can get the sold. But a buyer, in my mind, I'm always like, okay, but seriously, I'm going to run around for this one person. This person can go into property 24 and
Yes, yeah. So, yeah.
this is us.
This is us sharing a little bit about our journey. We can go on and on and on and
The whole
on.
day.
And then we don't want to do that. So we'll see when we'll shoot another episode
Yeah.
where we will construct, you know, better things. Because now we're just winging it, you know. Yeah.
Trying to do the most, but we hope you enjoy this, and next time we'll plan it properly, maybe share more information in terms of real estate or in terms of what it's like being an agent, or have proper things, you know. I'm a presentation.
Yes,
We'll have
yes,
but
we'll
for
have
now,
that.
let's just get to know us.
So right now we just wanted you guys to know us. So I have a daughter also,
Yeah.
like Nandi.
But her daughter's much older than mine. I wish mine was already
I
her
wish mine was
daughter's
still a
age,
little bit because she's so
wow.
bossy like her mom. So yeah. So we are both moms, both wives, love real estate. So
Yeah.
that's why we're here.
Exactly, and we hope you enjoyed this.
Thank you.
Bye bye.